Inti Yame Kufuado enye class prefect na Bawumia be assistant sene be ya Bawumia be adwuma no na Ekufuado jimijimi no watena soro ebesi ne. And you people think we have forgotten. Inti every time Nana Dankwa Kufuado stepped out of the country, Mahmoud Bawumia Asiedu was the one who took over every single thing in Ghana. In fact, FX committee Bawumia headed it. In fact, the economic management team Bawumia headed it. 80, what again didn't this guy do? Again, Vice President Ben Ghana wenya exposure Bawumia the first vice president in Ghana wenya access to power than anybody else. Any vice president in our history. Because we saw Kufuor and his vice president. Kufuor on any bradie, on Asantiniba, on Ejapade, Odi president said Odi hene. Inti Ali Mahama Kran ono presidency in Wenfili. And we all knew Ali Mahama was smarter than Kufuor. But Sebio, you had tough for the to me. So Ali Mahama did not get the opportunity Bawumia got to be heading economic management team, to be leading campaign, to be doing all these things. Then it came to Ekufuado. Inti Ushe Bawumia access onya to run a government. Now and Obi Mr. S, have you finished boosting? Yes. And the abetina also Bawumia enimnyan sayantam number den me team no e boosti sound. They said say I should play it. Nana Dankwa Kufuado the press meet the press once 2019. See what happened. And I'm mujun say Jimmy Ohun. Beshamo MP before I'm here Misre. Now, kaikalization. All right, now this is what happened when Kufuor met the press. Compare this to Mahama's meet the press.
Kufuor opened up his administration for questioning. Over 100 journalists were present. 70 journalists indicated they had questions. At the end, only 14 journalists got the opportunity. The engagement was supposed to start at 5 p.m. Well, it started 30 minutes late. The president then spent about 40 minutes delivering a statement on his achievements. Well, after 14 male journalists asked questions, the press encounter ended at 7 p.m.
Mr. Charles Techibwedu has a question on international relations.
Can we stop there? Can we just stop there? That will be the 7 o'clock, especially Charles Techibwedu. He's my good friend. Let's stop with Charles Techibwedu.
Please step up to the microphone. Please step up to the microphone.
Let's stop with Charles Techibwedu.
Well, we did the maths and we realized that journalists just got 55 minutes to ask questions. But the 55 minutes also factors in answers from the president and his ministers. We all know the president spent several minutes answering questions. So could we, in all honesty, describe this as a presidential encounter with the press? This encounter has been described as the worst ever in the history of the Fourth Republic by some.
For me, I think this, I would say, is the worst ever presidential media encounter that I've witnessed since the inception of the Fourth Republic. I think that what really happened, in my view, was literally the president addressing the nation, kind of a, as they used to say, a state broadcast. Mm-hmm. And perhaps it was about spicing it up with media people being present in the room and maybe garnishing it with the opportunity mm-hmm. of a few journalists being given the chance to ask questions.
Well, the president and the NPP, who had benefited enormously from the work of civil society organizations when he was leading the NPP in opposition, had a word for them.
What about the attacks by the think tanks and the opposition on policies? Is that right? This is what we have all fought for a long time, an open society that allows everybody to express their views on government policy and develop alternative views, support, as the case may be. But one thing that is becoming clear to me is that it seems that every step that we want to take to modernize our society, to initiate the process of transformation, is met with resistance by our opponents.
Well, some civil society groups are not happy and have described his posturing as disrespectful. Now, these are concerns. Why should the president agree to meet up with journalists when he had no time on his hands? We know the president has stated that he is in a hurry. Could that be the reasons he abruptly ended his engagement with the media? Only 14 questions were asked. None from female journalists. None. Perhaps governments forgot their commitment to gender balance. I hope you get the point. This is indeed regrettable.
I'm sorry, sound was off. Thank you, team. Now, sorry, the sound was off. We're back with sound. Now, when you listen to what the woman was saying, and you listen to what they are saying today, compare the two meet the press by both presidents. Compare what happened recently when John Mahama met the press, and compare what the same Joy News, the same fake news Joy News, the same Jandam Joy News, the same cocaine media Joy News. See the way they are reporting on John Mahama meeting the press, and see the gap between John Mahama's meet the press and the gap and Ekufuado's meet the press. And they don't want to be honest. So you get these filthy young boys, dirty boys sitting on Joy News, making it look like, you know what? Even though what is happening is great, we are still not going to see any good in it because we feel that this government is doing too good and that we need to please a party that basically did not know what they were doing in power. And it's not the Biami Bucha mo say, Yemfa to minima NPP no more mayor deng. If even things are not going the way you want them to go, because I am seeing things going well. Reasonable, honest Ghanaians who are investing their money in this economy are seeing improvement. Inti Ana Ebusa MP before say, Yenya Deng, a whole president Ekufuado, Oni Bawumia meets the press. The press, he turned the whole thing into an attack on CSOs. That is childish. That is foolish. That is very, very myopic. That is a president who is full of himself and not intelligent. His own vice president could not even speak to defend people who were honestly questioning his leadership skill and how the country was being governed. But today we have a president who is willing to listen to every single person, every single question. We saw a president who met the press and never called anybody from his government to answer any question. He made sure that he answered every question, and every question he gave, or every answer he gave, was spot on. He made Ghanaians understand that he's a president who chairs his cabinet meetings. He understands, he reads over things. He answers questions in detail. And that is the kind of leadership we've been wanting till now. In Tiane Busa NPP for to say, Yemfa to me mamono, Yemfa mamona mofanya deng. What do you need the power for? What the 2 million ya deng? What the 2 million NPP for? What the 2 million ya deng? Because everything about you people show say, munye ready. And you are not intelligent enough to take power from us again. It's me who boys some TV, so who are they convincing? Miracle Abuaja say, "Dear, otata no Jimmy we are or Jiba Omia sika campaign sika or the akoto dying amoba da hu Jimmy mo yamo say munya press conference." He is not bringing anything. Hwe kojo kofio fosun cancer. Kwasi asa no aba inbox him ye man or information or the best secret in Japan. Any platform is bigger than NPP. Every single idiot in the NPP is bigger than them. So why should I even take information from Kofi Ofosum cancer? Then my team called, sent me an email, say a fool sent a message that he wants us to say this about. If I want to do something on someone, you don't. You could feel cancer. Jimmy San, and this is the kind of political party they expect to say such dirty creatures. And this we keep asking. To minimum, you've still not answered. Can you some X? More than one and I'm Jimmy. Obviously, mon call from good TikTok in there. Omunye school. The majority of MPP for more TikTok school because Musa dan kwaya research no. MPP for majority of Muamudi MPP mudu JSS and we school. Into we say majority of each illiterates in Ghana no MPP mu no wo. Into right now we don't argue with you people. Amu ko school a amu ntumi ntron kenkan tiase no majority no MPP mu. Into yene no yebetena ha ye target Ghana for madwene ye adwuma a sebi wo mu ko school da kro madwene ye adwuma mo ne o kasa na MPP ni an ko school was say Jimmy. There's no need for you to waste your time on them. Anything I make my platform way, my target is not the middle class. My target is omo magiatum say dey enko school. Ye dey kan entiase. Kevin Chechire mu kire ene entiase enyansafo sa na ene omkasa. Na nye MPP ni a wajimi. Ono san ko school. Ono so na adwene say tribe ntini ye dey politics. Sa nipa you can help such an idiot. Inti de bi ebusamo. A simple question. Mo di 2 minutes mo pesa mo de den. Ye for 2 minutes mo de den. Hwe, ye di 2 minutes mo no. Nya mo de ye ni. Daddy Babano, oh, Papa, be the other day. Kwankura Jojo Tachima Sababen. And Kwankura, 8-year-old, 9-year-old kid, Daddy Babano, open to me. Daddy. There be before pa. Na akwa we. Bawumia do say. Akora 8 years ago, Daddy Babano jine wiem. Nya pin. Oh, yen come to. Na mo pe power mo de yeden. Mo de 2 minutes yeden. Na atasa so na baby. Heroic song, Daddy Lumba, Ejako. Just say I say mo monjonso. I say junso jina mumu. My say kraba MPP for. I say monjonso. Your system is still choked. You people don't have brains to just say your dream one month. The question I want to ask you people is simple. Mo de 2 minutes, mo de yeden. What do you need the power for? Mo pe say mamu 2 minutes, mo fanya den. What do you need it for? Still, I'm to church, the person 2 minutes yet. Some to me church, the person 2 minutes yet. You remember 2 minutes. But you have still not showed us the person 2 minutes yet. More than 2 minutes, more than ya dang. Me, being a politician, it is not about Kevin Taylor's name you are mentioning on TV, on radio. Everybody to me, Ghana for some more 2 minutes, more than ya dang. Canada, Japan, or 2 minutes or the bad dang. Bawumia petumi or the bad then I'm over some obey. Because right now, as we speak, let me show you this. As we speak right now, this galamsey is being fought every day. What we are seeing is enough. And we know the government is going to work harder. NPP as we speak, anti-galamsey task force, Pages and Cobra, Bonsa Rivers, 300 structures destroyed, equipment seized. Every single day, we are fighting this slowly, step by step. Progress is being made. In the end, to me, mamono, na mo de ba be de mo be ko galamsey more than the NDC for year and answer the mo the extraordinary idea be ba na. Do you have something extraordinary that we should give power to you people? Because you've still not told us. Can you do more than this? Because most start to say mo kan galamsey one sem no maintain say your mam 8 years we nya solution. Still mo nya solution ma ye enso mo ye dede mo pede ye nya den. Na me dwen say mo ba be catch say oh 8 years ni nya solution na sese ni nya solution into the air cost na nye. But you guys have not been able to tell us to say the air cost na NDC no omomodin. Now this is how it's supposed to be done. Because when you were in power, Ghanaians were asking, say, ade intina mwankasa mu state of the emergency na or some to galam chana man fan to so. Mo catch say state of emergency here. NDC about power. John Mahama Krampo the unruly out state of emergency. Nana the Dan Kweku for the NPP almost nye. John Mahama Sawati Brofua or Kasano. Or see, he has not ruled out state of emergency, but we have not also exhausted all the opportunities to make sure we clamp down on illegal mining. And it means state of emergency, it's still, it can be called tomorrow 2 years or 3 years. So at this point, what is the noise about? Still, I'm on my information. Call state of emergency. The president, nobody in Ghana today, Obian to internet TV, so nobody in Ghana today can say John Mahama has said emphatically that there will never be state of emergency. John Mahama kabro for mutiye. As he has not ruled it out. The reason why he's reluctant is because he has seen his government is taking the steps needed, and that when all the steps they are taking, when it is exhausted, any changes are, he can put a state of emergency. What is the big deal? Then you see people like I don't know what's his name, that Metro TV board of director, that these people who make money out of politics, they're making noise. We have not exhausted everything until we exhaust everything. Because there are about 3,000 blue water guards who are supposed to be in a system. The president says they are going to be in a system. We are waiting. We will see their impact. Now we see how Gold Board is resourcing the security task force in charge to prevent illegal mining. We will see how it will go until those things are exhausted. Then we don't see any change. Then we can all come together and say state of emergency. But if the government, if we Ghanaians still can ashibe any criminal groups, they only make money out of this kind of controversy conversation. They don't suggest anything better. Ken Ashibe is the board chair of Metro TV. Paul Adomotri, who is under investigations, under criminal investigations, is still sitting on TV talking on Metro TV. Ken Ashibe has no moral right to even sit on TV to open his thinking mouth to talk about Ghana. Morally, you are supposed to stop Paul Adomotri, who is under criminal investigations, from sitting on the TV that you were board chair on. And you get all these people, they have no shame. They have no shame because they have taken Ghanaians for granted for a long time and they keep using Ghanaians. This time is not going to work. We are going to stick to the principles. Yeah. The anti-galamsey task force, they are working so hard. And the Gold Board, they have released pickups. They have released money. They are resourcing them. Now, the land minister, through the presidency, they are going to release another 2,000 blue water guards. They are also going to be in a system. The Ghana Police Service is also trying to train these people to bring the president said, even they are looking at how to start cleaning the waters by collaborating with other countries. We are still working. Where is the dede coming from? To me, my NPP. Now, look at this. We are going to go straight and take care of this. A very, very important story. And before we go in the Bebesa Otiase and the Chief Justice to be Mr. Bafuboni. The last time that president state meet the press review and me catch the Ghana for say the first thing say president is serious to stop galamsey. The first thing he would do, one, on my license, and the second thing is to stop anyone from mining in our forests. And that is what the CJ is saying. He says repealing LI 2462 is a good place to start if you want to win the war against galamsey. He knows what he's talking about. Because you see, sir, one stopping issuing license. You cannot stop galamsey. And John Mahama came to office. The first thing he did was he stopped issuing any license. EBC and John Mahama about power or Mahubia license to go and mine. That was the first step. Say the government was ready to fight illegal mining. Meaning, whoever is doing illegal mining today, the license was issued by Kufuado to that person. If you look at it carefully, because when you take a step back 8 years, Obia Okuta illegal mining license bia oya gala or Ghana no. That means sa license ne Kufuado mo de ma omo because Kufuado signed over 1,000 licenses. Edeman call for say they should go do illegal mining. Mahama about power. Mahama has not issued any license. Meaning, say and the galamsey koswa the NPP record and yield that bad water na yehuno. And the insuna essay no what the NPP they were overseeing. It is the license they were issuing. It is their own people who were in the water bodies and forest destroying yensase. Inti John Mahama ba power no. Menoka Sunday John Mahama oma obi a license onko mine yo. Inti mining bi ekosu bia no. It was the license was issued under John Nana Kufuado and Bawumia. I am yet to hear any NPP communicator say na John Mahama ba power no and one will be license say uncle mine John Mahama ma will be a license at least for the past 8 years John Mahama and Tam license ma will be a what John Mahama did was to stop that thing and it's not ever seen the 8 months John Mahama ma will be a license or Ghana to go and mine whether small scale whether commercial whether whatever John Mahama and Tam license ma will be on signing even one license. So why is anybody blaming John Mahama? John Mahama is trying to clean the shit of Kufuado and Bawumia. The shit that the NPP left behind. The nonsense these fools left behind. John Mahama is dealing with it today. So the same people who took the shit are telling us, say, why don't you wash us? Wash us. Today, they are forcing NDC government. If you don't wash us right now, we will tell the world that you are not a good parent. This is the kind of political foolishness we are seeing. The NPP took a shit on itself. For 8 years. In 8 months, they want the new government to clean them up. Na yambo mo powder na fa roll on for mo na spray mo from kosi wiem. Na kanche wi ase nyina say they are the cleanest kids. Inti under NDC say twan sa enye na won ne nya abotre. We have to take our time and make sure say anena one ne ye no yare nko wumu. So we are going to take time. One, ye ba wash your first. And then secondly, ye the seminar I wash. And then third, ye the sapwaka seminar ho. And then fourth, ye we are the work hospital ko check up I say umu yare ni umu a. And then five, ye say we are right thinking human being to be part of nipa. That is the step the NDC is taking. And Ankwasiafo will say, Jaremiende ya, wash me today, make me smell good, and tell the world, say, the shitting I've been shitting for 8 years on my skin like Kwame Ngono. That shitting, with 8 months, we have to solve it. Mwe Jimmy. The MPP, they are foolish. And your mama is saying, no, yam free, yam pot, yes, and we are going to gradually take care of this problem. Inti, mi jujoma chiram wehu. Intend the MPP for TV so the radio so. Now say John Mahama etna TV so radio so. Now some can say NDC for and galamsey. The Chief Justice said we should repealing of the 24662 LI no. It is the second biggest decision any government can take. First one, John Mahama on signing license bia, and secondly, he's about to repeal mining in our forests. That is the two things that you can stop illegal mining about 60%. Why you doing it? Because one, obiani who can say it is obika say for state of emergency bra. Na se ka say and obi antumi wura forest enkoye edien mining na. It is bigger than state of emergency. Because one, say ka say LI 2462 way ye de abam ramaya sign ya, meaning the whole Ghana forest wa no obi antumi wura forest nim enkoye den enkonkoye galamsey, meaning say a state of emergency, you cannot place state on emergency on every single forest in Ghana because there are people who are doing what some things they are almost so they over court. But when you put a law through parliament, it means nobody can at the end of the day enter any forest. This is even bigger than state of emergency. Repealing the LI 2462, no, it is bigger than state of emergency because and at the beginning. First, the government does not give license, and secondly, repealing the LI 2462, meaning Obian to Minko Forest. So what again? This is bigger than state of emergency. Now, NPP before the TV swa. No more say the president he should call for state of emergency. The question is, state of emergency, saying? How do they understand it? Saying state of emergency, saying because is state of emergency. State of emergency no. How did they understand it? They think say state of emergency say Obama be tabuna to the whole Ghana, so it does not work like that. This is John Mahama speaking on air repealing LI 2462.
Additionally, in the extractive sector, the Gold Board is formalizing Ghana's gold trade. As of today, gold trading is a reserve for only Ghanaians. This strategic move will help maximize national benefits, enhance transparency, and ensure that the wealth generated from our natural resources is reinvested in our communities and national development. We're also taking decisive action to protect our environment and natural resources from destruction. A dedicated national task force is currently in place, actively combating the menace of illegal mining. As a result of their operations, hundreds of excavators, water pumps, and other heavy equipment have been seized, disrupting the networks that have long exploited our lands and our rivers. In addition to enforcement, we are reclaiming what has been lost. 9 forest reserves have been successfully recovered from the grip of illegal miners, restoring these vital ecosystems under state protection. Our Tree for Life initiative is being actively rolled out across the country, targeting the restoration of lands degraded by illegal mining activities. Steps are currently underway to repeal LI 2462 to formalize our commitment to end mining in forest reserves. Let me be clear, since my administration resumed office, not a single license has been issued to any company to mine in our forest reserves. Since my administration resumed office, let me be clear, since my administration resumed office, not a single license has been issued to any company to mine in our forest reserves. The repeal of LI 2462 is therefore intended just to crystallize in law what we have already demonstrated in practice, which is our commitment to protect these forest reserves.
Clearly, and President Akachiramuno, under his leadership, not a single license has been issued under his leadership. And he's telling you the LI 2462, you be a parliamentar, they are also going to make sure they repeal it. That is how you fight galamsey. Now, pump machines are man for the gala and the yachia yanshino. And a president Kayano, how many have they distributed to the farmers in Ghana? About 900. 900. Ministry of Food and Agriculture, Mr. Eric Ayedieng, what's his name? The Agric Minister. See what the Agric Minister too is doing. Yes, seize a water pump machines na near the ama agric minister. Na agric minister so achami kuafo. Na the koko kuafo no no so e de e bonsuo. Amo de egu omu nuabaso. This is how you build. This is how Mr. Eric Opoku, the agric minister, on the summer catch them. A basse ye jum ewo ekuayomu dia and the men for India agro. Messi ono ya wono ne mame awoko kan mame ukoko ase. Eric Opoku, the agric minister. Awo kan mame ukoko ase. Ya wono na koko tete etete. There ya wono owo. Ya wono osu na koko tete. Oni me kuadwuma no. Intimi kwa metate so kabrofo kwa na hame. Papa no tumi dwam ewa kankasem, and I want him to keep doing that because unim Ghana kuadwuma no ehia. And when you get people like this leading the agric ministry and the aduane ayefu today yenin kwase planting for food and jobs are Mickey Mouse gina ho no mudi kwase asem Ghana. We have people who know what they are doing, practical job. And through galamsey I stopping and you tumenya over 900 water pumping machines are yadi make you for edigu omundu abaso. This is how you build a nation. You are deterring people from getting into illegal mining, and you are using what you are getting out to also build some sector. Intende pumping machines over 900. And that is the only way you can fight illegal mining, because you cannot just sit there and say I state of emergency. The reason why are not people like us in 2024, so many people were screaming that state of emergency to be placed was because Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo and the NPP were not showing any signs of fighting illegal mining. We were in the country, and I say Professor Frimpong Boateng, sector minister, Ebeka Chere say on one kasa report ame Akufo-Addo e detail omo ya galamsey on aben mu chema wuntumi ka ho kwekuba ako ka ho Gabi Ochedako di wom Lord Comedy wom Akufo-Addo busuafo yeti kroma ma Akufo-Addo to twene ye. So at that point Nana Akufo-Addo did not want to exhaust the rest of the opportunities to stop illegal mining. NPP Abano, chairman for women organizer, Omunyina were involved. So at that point, what should we do? We were asking for the last resort because the government wasn't ready to fight illegal mining. Sankanana Dankwa Akufo-Addo and NPP for show signs of fighting illegal mining. And nobody would have called for a state of emergency. Because remember, state of emergency came in the conversation at the latter part of 2024 because the government had stopped everything. When he start to talk about fighting illegal mining, the government gets angry. We went there near and the gala stop by and the DND drones by all those things they brought, they did not at the end of the day follow up. They just used it to make money in 2020. Into at a point, na Ghana for break. Now you busa questions. President when also in the presidency better so Adentine Akufo-Addo onye bibia ubusa no obi didi watem. Uko demonstration ani acho ne ebo. Uko busa nsama ne tatao. Frimpong Boateng no sector minister e the reporter ba ne ato atwene. Na Akufo-Addo asako gina asantememu. Na odidi asantefo ahina tem. Abra report ne shade to. So everybody was exhausted. We were all tired. So we all started calling for state of emergency because at least everything should halt. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo before he left office issued over 2,000 licenses. What was he doing to stop the illegal mining? But Mahama and the NDC have been in power for 9 months. They have not issued a single license. They are thinking of taking the LI 2462 to Parliament to repeal it. Senebeya Obia and to me a forest. Remember, Akufo-Addo they be a door no man comfort to me virgin forest muko mining. Unkwasiya for NPP we are. Today, the TV is not town and the NTS, they are foolish. They are stupid. They don't have the intelligence. Anytime I can say, more per 2 me, more than 2 minutes. What we are seeing now is better. We believe in what is happening now. We see progress. The people who don't want to see progress is their problem. Mama Kanchro. So be a da. Nas washada katere nisa wadana unyane na. Obekatene obeshada eno musa wadanto unyane. And that is what we are seeing. Some of these people sitting on TV and radio and acting as if say they are seeing nothing going on. It is their problem because Oma Kachrom who say the government is fighting illegal mining. It is their problem. But yenia yetifie, yenia yenitua, yenia every day we see the report on the fight against galamsey, illegal mining. No, we are happy. So I don't have a problem because I am seeing progress. Where we were was terrible. Right now, I'm seeing a government that is working. It's trying. It is trying everything possible to stop illegal mining. And that is where my concentration is. I don't care about any fool who thinks to say, because NPP free power and or can be to say the Ashen Koso, yet Ghana, yenim dia koso. We see it day in, day out, what the government is doing. Inti omom didi TV sunu radio suna yama momu sika so mkase yantiasie illegal mining is ongoing. Our water bodies, it is their problem. It is their own cup of tea. You there, you can see Delhi what this government is doing. I am a hunyo maybe on social media. I have four my Jimmy be to TV so you see show based on people who don't matter. Boga, me baby medruno. Majority of almost TV say showbiz or say majority of them PC DJs, they are some useless, dirty people. They don't even understand themselves. They don't even know whether they are men or women. These are people who are confused about their lives. How can they understand how Ghana we can govern? You see Jimmy to UTV. It is, you need to mention Kevin to be relevant. And who can't be a DJ in Ghana? And the one end to be a DJ. But you personal, personal. It is not any unique craft. Ghana na craft intra. And of course, I'm paying to man school in also a DJ. With all due respect to some qualified DJs, some school papa. But most of the people who are sitting on TV say me a DJ, me bonyum Ochina one bedroom betumenya gate to manabe bonyum. Into what is so unique about we a DJ? Into politics now a former a Jimmy 4 boys with dirty boys with now no Kevin Tailor ding because it will make them relevant. Omo ma amenu mu tie cross better some about TV so because one Kevin Tailor dia we cross for the nimsa and cry out in the chamber hall. And that is where we are now. PC DJs and omoka politics. How low your politics now are full. Jimmy Fona, he has some good TV so because Kwame Despite no who don't find the sick yet. And you get very dirty people. Very dirty people in Ghana trying to sound as if they are intelligent because a moyafo. Yenya Jimmy Nibia is better TV Nakasa. Yenya Jimmy Nibia so we are DJ Bonyum PC DJs. Abumbo dum enter Togo. At the Ghana here boy yasenyum edidi yase girlfriends ni ade ejimi fowi. These are people who cannot make any submission to change the dynamics, to change the thinking level of Ghanaians, how we should see things. No. I don't pay attention to such me say one made juma 2 days obebana watchman and your position here bonyum and you born is saying what is so exceptional about being a DJ in 2025? Nobody is an exceptional DJ. With all due respect to some people who have conducted themselves well. But majority of this low-level, dirty boys, and the DJ if you are there. And such people want to be relevant because I'm free a crassy bedroom, bedroom kind of. And I'm for shut down woman into Amkobo Kevin Tailor, didn't Kevin Tailor Bawumia, Kevin Tailor Boarding, but Bushia for Jimmy. And these are foods. And those are the Mesako Teba Akubi. Ono so te wose ain John Mahama boa na Kumase kwan no ofanko se de ndie ko Kumase no John Mahama e wo so yewie na oyi ne nsa firi ho ansa na John Mahama de ne nsa akoka e kwan foforo misi wei akwa bi ono so ene so obobo oka enwom ho nsam misi na momu nyina na mudi kwan ansa ma betena TV so ana John Mahama nya kwan ba ko wie enyi ne nsa firi ho ansa na wakọ e kwan foforo so na wo se diaper na yebo yebo akora we diaper wie ye ndware ne mbode diaper wie na yankobo akora foforo diaper ye wi na akobo do se diaper e man na ye kyekere inkofo we pa rade jagobo ayefu nti o man na ye kyekere ye diaper na yebo say diaper no awo ntafo a ubo we die wie na de pina bom na wa na na sinchen na obebo foforo we ye kyekere man it ye be concurrent what you say ade a ye nyina pepepe because e kro de team no obi ahia ade different inti kwasi ampanyi ye nya ha nwie enka se ye kwan afiri Accra kodu Kumasi awie abesa ho kete ansani akostati awona to Togo dabi ye concurrently inti madwena na enyini saa for politics. It is okay for entertainment. It is okay to discuss Shatawale. It is okay to discuss Stoneboy. Okay, that is where your level of intelligence reaches. It's okay. But do not enter a place where it is bigger than your brain. No. When you do that, you expose yourself, especially because your level of thinking is very low. And these are things that we keep advising you people. You are ignorant. You are ignorant. And see, when it comes to the fight against galamsey, yet to Kromha, under a government, a whole government that was using some corrupt military men to protect galamsey sites. Boss Erastus story, no? And I want to ask him today, after I did the story on Erastus, or send him a message, be very interesting message. I like it, boss. And you know, you are my boss, so whatever message you send me, I take it in good faith. But the truth has to be said. I love you, but say no homo. Erastus Asaridonko, me boss Erastus. Under Ekufuado NPP we are no. He went to discover, say, military, Ghana military. And a boss site. Forest on buying Emma NPP galamseyers. We were here. We saw all this. NPP was here day. Moi.
The team's journey to this part of Manso and its forest saw scenes of destruction. Abandoned pits and mining settlements dot the road leading into the remaining part of the forest. After dodging water-filled, dangerous open pits, we arrived at this mining settlement deep within the forest enclave. 7 Chinese nationals were quickly located and arrested. Leader of the team conducted a search room by room. There were indications of military presence.
From what we are seeing here, it looks like there are some military men involved in this whole activity in this forest. Because looking at their uniforms, even some have names on them, but we did not meet any of them. But looking at it, I think the military were the people protecting them here to do this illegal job.
Okay, so what are we doing with the uniforms? First of all, we need to retrieve them and then ascertain as to who sanctioned their duties here.
So these are military accoutrements. You can find names on them. This one is Camel. This one is Camel. We have the other one, Wârning, on this one. And these are, as security men have been able to authenticate, these are quality Ghana Army uniforms, indicating that we may have some military involvement here in this site. In the midst of our search, a young military officer drove into the compound in a Tundra vehicle.
Yes, sir. I will see a lot of people.
He started making some calls to his superiors.
I will this is Staff Sergeant Ayante, sir. We are here at this thing, Tontokrom. The whole duties, and there are some policemen and media be here.
Within the next 30 minutes, the whole place was crawling with over 30 angry, armed military men. Anger turned into heated verbal exchanges and near fisticuffs. A group of physically built men with known faces from the Delta Force group also joined them. The Chinese were released. Our news team was prevented from filming anything from this time onwards as they overpowered the task force and took over. Things got physical as the macho men assaulted my driver, forcibly took the keys to our vehicle and struggled with a camera technician for the camera. Under the watch of the military men, they broke our windscreen and side mirrors. Owner of the site, Donald Ntua, ordered the military to delete all footages from our camera and
our personal phones. But we managed to retrieve items from our formatted card. It took the intervention of the Ministry of Environment and the Military High Command to get us released. The Minister for Environment told our news team, quote, Heritage Imperial only has a prospecting license, and so it is mining illegally in the forest. He is supposed to be drilling, testing samples to be presented in the process of getting a mining permit. But Donald told our news team he has all the documents giving him full access to mine in the forest. But in all this, the best judge is the environment, which lies unclaimed with huge gullies and pits. Reporting for Joy News, Erastus Asaredonko, Kumasi.
Erastus Asaredonko na report to and Kufuado. Military men na omo protect galamsey nsase. Or some my license for people to go into forests to mine. Listen, Kufuado came into office. He gave over 2,000 licenses. Owie no sa be a forest no say amount for wure mu mining. Owie no sa the military ebo ne party for no mo ye galamsey ho ban say omo mining. Owie na Frimpong Boatia or sector minister cho report to say omo nim omo mo party mu a omo ye galamsey no omo enchi omo no na to report ne to twene ye. Nanado Dankwa Kufuado 7th of January yebe so mahama hino Nana Kufuado on my license 107 7th of January 2025 Nana Kufuado Emma license 107. Now in 8 months NPP are all over the place telling Ghana for say galamsey must stop. And some people are acting as if say the work the NDC government they have put in. Mameka be binchro. NDC about power. Na under a MPP. Oma ye galamsey a be a crow. And the Kufuado and the Bawumia and the MPP way. Omo ye galamsey a ti crow. Wârning crying. Omo ti crow. A crow. Mr. P, get me the exact location. NDC about power the sana. There was a town in our forester. MPP for a sikro. This is what we call MPP and the MPP na metro. Wârning crime rate. The galamsey community had over 10,000 residents engaged in criminal enterprise. Date national April 19, 2025. John Mahama about power. When they started fighting galamsey, and who say, Nana Kufuado the MPP for almost a whole community. And nipa beye 10,000 gumo mo ye gala. Ni na Kufuado so mo ehu. MPP ni bien wo hu sa galan site no. It was only when NDC came to power. And who say, you will krobi wo forest ni my friend Wârning crime. And a John Mahama suma soldier for omoko she sa kuro no. You people are saying say John Mahama and NDC are not doing anything.
Deep in the Subiri River Forest Reserve in Ghana's western region lies a hidden community, a sprawling illegal mining settlement known as Wârning. Home to more than 10,000 people, it has grown far beyond a makeshift village. This is no ordinary encampment. It's a full-blown enclave with its own shadow economy, one sustained by child prostitution, drug abuse, counterfeit operations and suspected human trafficking. In a dawn raid, a joint task force made up of military personnel and the Forestry Commission stormed the enclave. What they expected to be a hideout for about 2,000 illegal miners turned out to be a bustling community with over 10,000 inhabitants, many of them foreign nationals from Nigeria, Guinea, Niger, Burkina Faso and Mali.
This place, it's an eyesore. The place is full of illegal miners with all manner of activities within this community. We've seen incidents of child trafficking, child prostitution, drug abuse, money laundering, counterfeit, you name them. And we are getting nationals from all over the sub-region. It appears this community is a representation of ECOWAS. We have people from other neighboring West African countries, from the Sahelian regions, from Guinea, from Niger, from Burkina Faso, from Nigeria, from Mali, and all of them are here. And this is a rural community
Wârning and the Kufuado NPP no mo build a crew in the forest. Nipa be 10,000 gum. Omo ye gala. Kufuado Bawumia NPP aban obiasu we until NDC ba power. Inti imagine Senka John Mahama so ba power and o issue license and o stay back in Accra. Can Wârning unu demand komedi no. Can nipa 50,000 go. Unu asase an koma say no. Kwasi ebi to say the president did not do his body language. Who bottom? Ayana mama NPP for Jimmy Ford and Wuti omo. They know they cannot rule again. And that's why they are making so much noise. Me see omo petumi no omo de baya den. Omo tumi biema. This is what they will use the power for. Because in Kofona omo she chire ebi Wârning wo ye forest mu no. San Kofona edi Bawumia ni Kennedy Japan echi. Sanko for the mom 2,500 licenses now and a show more to be Piabontino. Sanko for an sponsor Bawumia campaign, a sponsor Canadian campaign. They are waiting. They are waiting. At a point, Minerals Commission catcher say a whole regional chairman Wood to me was mining without legitimate license. I am not saying it. A whole regional chairman of the NPP. He was in the forest mining illegally. Nana the Danko Kufuor got the opportunity to tell Ghana for say that is wrong. He defended Chairman Wood to be Kufuor said Chairman Wood to be illegal mining. Abrana minu mienu yehu a document from the Minerals Commission. You sit there. Na kwasi bi to say miracle abuaji Jimmy for betra TV so na no tenten so ofu ya ase and you don't understand. And me say what bodam. Entientam to me mama fanya den. Imwan. Kwasi afo na mo say Ghana no abrewa kwasi ampanyi bi na chechire ya na eye nyina na nanom na chechire ye. Ah, Mojo sa Ghana no, obi ne fra brisie na otepepo bi so na chechire ya na. Ye nyina ye na nanom na chechire ye. Obi anim nyansa nchen obi a. Enti nkwasiafo so na TV so. They don't care. They are waiting. Yatia na omuka kire say before election 2024. Omuka kire say Galano, omu nyan ne enya kira a whole minister.
Na mo refi mu hana the whole year. Inso aye problem da. Enya one month ya na started. Eye obi na opese anka omo ye nanka ye di speed nanka ya court nanka ya stop galamsey for nanka ya lose your seat. Yes stop you omo na. Yes stop you omo china. Anka omo ye nanka ya di speed nanka ya court nanka ya stop galamsey for nanka ya lose your seat. Yes stop you omo na. Yes stop you omo china.
This is what they basically sat on TV to tell us on campaign trail. Yan stop it on net, yan stop it on China. This is what they did. Catch it away nim. Yan jai galamsey no. Satana Wârning kind machines so Chairman Wood to me, Minerals Commission the report about still from Pomboating 2,500 excavators naira. Kwasiafo. Inti enjay bibia na mose yan den NDC nye den enye shi 8 months one adwuma NDC aye. That is why I keep telling Ghana for mamuntie NPP for no more Jimmy. Omu yen twamwa omu yen kwasiafo and I will keep insulting the NPP. I am a member of the NPP and nothing is going to stop me from doing that because mo Jimmy. Munimu nyansa. Munimu nyansa mo gisa Ghana for ya mwa. So you don't want to think. It's amamuma, mumema, mumpenifo, munina muyenyan, munimunyansa. You don't care about the Ghanaian. It's all about power. So we see omukasemwa, nina ye to me, see about power, see about power. Yensaka to me, when we get power, power will change. The whole thing is not about we making Ghanaians know say, yo Ghana ho adwene pa, ya pese, ya de adwene pa ba na chichire man no, ya ba power, ya ba power. Omo isa toilet mumwa, e jimi foma. And that is why every day when I sit here, I justify the reason why I insult you people. Because Jimina Dukromo, you are selfish ingrate, tribal bastards. You people think, say, Musu enemo bino, and also the Church Ghana. We are not going to build the nation out of fools. We are going to take our time and do what is right. And when Jimmy Fo waited to in just 8 months, you about power, you about power. Then you ask them, oh, the 2 million, oh, the day, over power, over a day. Huh? Yeah, but power. Yeah, power. Power now, oba no de be ye den. Kwasiafo ma, mo de power na ye den. We gave you power. 8 years. 2,500 excavators. Ni na irae. Ya tia party yeska. A whole national regional chairman told us, a whole institution, say, or illegal mining. Minerals Commission released a statement. The president went out and defended him. Now, the Mabetuna Abain Papa. Now, Abino is taking steps to change things. Most of here, and now these dirty boys on Joy News, Jandam. Today, Joy News is a filthy platform. Every single person is listening to Media General. You know why? Because they are being neutral a little bit. They are not perfect, but they are better. Why should any reasonable Ghanaian get up in the morning and say, I'm going to listen to multimedia? Look at what Kojo Yankson could not keep a home, and this idiot sitting there doing. They think it's a fight between them and the government. Media General is taking the numbers. Ghanaians are listening to Media General because they are being objective on the issues. They are being very honest about issues. When Johnny Dems are doing a show, they are being honest. And they say things which is nice about the government. But you can see they are being honest. They are doing their job. That is why Media General is controlling the traditional media in Ghana. Because Joy News is a waste. Saturday show, news file. And it is all nkwasiasam and obebode numusa halitosis. The people are not there to listen to stupid grammar. The people want to hear the facts, the truth. Be honest with them. Tell them the truth. When people tell you, say, Kevin Tailor, or the insult, and or the attempts are, say, me the attend young kwan at the NDC about power, and the attempt kwan for NDC about power. Because nobody in Ghana can win power with only insults. It means, even though some media attempt, I was backing my 10 with facts, but can you do it? You can't. And it's also because Kevin Tailor, your NPP, or the attempt and John Mahama about power. So to be the attempt to John Mahama about power, then there was something unique about Atena Media, because then there's something backing Atena, But can you do that? You can't, because you don't have the evidence to back. Me answer me do attempt. I need to make you know the fact. Me ma wu adikudiente ameso uye chabwa we Jimmy. It is not going to change the dynamics. Nothing is going to change here. The issue here is. The issue here is the NPP, Ghana for Montias here, are junkies. And then last time people saw me and Kasami boss Erastus, he said, Erastus, comparing what you went through in 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, and this past 8 months, can you boldly sit on TV and say, what you saw and the Kufuor and Bawumia is better than what you are seeing today? It's a challenge I threw to Erastus Asaridonko. And with all due respect, respond to me on your Facebook page. From what you have seen so far, 8 months, and what you saw 8 years and the Kufuor, can you tell me today that galamsey is worse today? Prove it with your evidence. And all those people making noise, galamsey, no, let's step back a little bit. And remember, John Mahama has not issued any license. Remember, John Mahama is about to repeal LI 2462. Remember, the NPP, they opened the floodgate for people to enter our forest to mine. So put all those things in consideration before you make your decision or come out with your answer. Whether now, what we are seeing now, what the government is doing now, what the fight against galamsey now, compared to that of Kufuor and Bawumia, tell us which one is better.
Enti abusia panyini ena adrope the comment no. We dey mass blasting. In fact, Obia Jenedy. Abusia panyini Kevin Ekobody Tailor. In fact, wama Obia every single so Obia Jenedy. Missy, mimpese MPP for Crabeka say, and in DC form fighting galamsey. Massa, Sassam no massa Kevin dear Tamo Dika. I'm telling you, Mina Mekacho. Because no, dear, he will be a Kufado. You see, wound to me, ye galamsey, Kufado, so ye galamsey, whom you were Kufado. Uti Jubilee House, also not the Bianco Bibia. You see. Chema wuntu miye galamsey Kufado si debi. Omu ye ya di kupie Kufado ne kwanyano. The backyard, Kufado backyard. the backyard. And okana stona papa no yede doubt Professor Frimpong Boating, the surgeon, a trollete at the buy, saying conform what a kufado wa bain omobe gua baino, and conform wa bain, ombe senima, ombe niamo basa, eti papanke beyanka ede, yinkrophobia edi. Professor Frimpong Boating, Mufachebe, a troll sacrate with the buy. A kufado ya maza. Okra dia ukikana kwa me pepewe yiwedi. Inti 8 good years di. 8 good years so 8 solid good years. Oma waste ni kwa. Onchedi. Wahwe video nim. Video nim. Video na Erastus Asardonko. Okoko vai no. You see, these are the people who knows what the truth. Erastus Asardonko enim no kware no. He knows the truth. Enti no otrans no pretendi as if say be onim de kwaya na mekreye me ya. Papa unim de ekwo. Unim say MTC abensu yi omu try everything possible to what? To combat this galamsey what issue. But MPP apensoro. Na uye aban nipa kra na wo sori say wo ko fight ya. The system will fight you. The system will do what? The system will absolutely fight you. But you can attest to the facts. Ubetimi ehu. No kwasem pa some people NDC for AEB. It is a mamo 8 years. Na se momo ntimi amfanya. Obi a afia watwa 8 months no 9 months no. What one na o ka de yode. I didn't MPP for muye hypocrites. MPP munje hypocrisy no. Mudi ntra Ghana for yemfa mumba mopa mundi ntro. Eni se nebo Bawumia ne twae den adwe. Eni se Alhaji Bawumia ne twae den adwe. Ne twae Alhaji Bawumia eden ne twae den adwe. Ne twae den adwe. Because before 2024 elections, no nam enoka ya fix the economy, ya build the hospitals, ya build the ports, ya just say okan simple. He said a lot of things. I never be John Moka say Ghana for no family born in Chem, no family NPP for na born in Chem yesterday. Hey, enti wanya one will be on your bonnet or patcho. Sabi ukonom bon santa wana se police ni chiwa. E dey na be no say u boss me patcho u boss fache me because wa committee enable Bawumia ni MPP for air patcho because they committed a very big sin. Omudi Ghana for bone. Omudi Ghana for nya. You get me right? Omudi Ghana for bone. Omudi Ghana for eden bone. But meanwhile though, na omoni nam ka kire Ghana for we are seeing as omono. We are seeing as omono. Omo solve Ghana economical issues now. Bawumia so economic risky. Was solve Ghana economy. Bibia also ibia waye. And odiebo no hosa for him. And mudwin se bi Ghana for the opade no be krokro mu fanche me esi edbe mama. Hey, MPP for munkoda. Yemfa mama munkoda. Still no Bawumia learned some of them 2024 before elections no. Go back and take it. Because this time around nobody will give anybody steer. Ghana bimbi anakura any steer asem. Enti Ghana for MPP aban enti me fight galamsey say nkomo anka by now. Ha chai nkasa mi enka nsu no kwa say the na no na papa Mahama se wa recover 9 rivers no so wa recover nkasa mi MPP for nkasa nkoma yi futu nkoma yi futu fra endi sankofo yemfa ban ni yemfa me sure mu semana as a Ghana for nyam kura o they say we are in the what 21st century in the echo enti mo bɛyɛ mo ho akrakra mu na nsia mu fra ban mu mo ahyɛ sɛ mo kɔyi wurani amoka ne sɛ flag bearer mo ndwen policies a mo de bɛba ɔbɛboɔ man no flag bearer yi ɛna ɛyɛ mo de obi obedi party n'anim abɛgye tumi nti deɛ mo paa yɛ tumi yɛngye tumi yɛgye tumi no so a mo de hwɛ mo ho mo na mo toto fie ma guess na sɛbi mo de bi yɛ nneɛma hunu nneɛma tantan yɛmfa power ma wo NDC yɛmfa power ma MPP da nka NDC for betinam I'm telling you NDC nka betinam yɛmfa power ma MPP for at this time because the mamwa we have just say more respect Ghana for crowd because Mbeka say after the year Ghana for asini ato abama Mbeka say after say lose 1 point something million votes Ghana for asini ato abama ewa ni monumu ye hey Ghana for yesterday MPP never again even when they will come again not at this time momo next century 22nd century nanka omaba because samre we dey omoba omunsene Ghana omuntimi bedi so because omadi oman bro and this is not the time they have to come and repeat again chawadwo comment section bidian mega message so be follow me on Facebook relationship issues and I'm what I say me mega junior anyway with the link in the bottom subscribe my crap bye bye.